because of my church family and my family praying for me, and God answered those prayers. Prayer is powerful, and I'm a testimony to that. I don't remember a whole lot of the 8 months that I spent in the hospital, but I knew God was with me the whole time, or I definitely would have lost my mind being in the same room day after day. That's how I knew there's a living God, because you couldn't keep your wits about you if He hadn't been there with me. I do remember one particular time, a lady came in my room, and she wasn't a nurse. She didn't have any type of uniform on. She just street clothes and everything. And she walked up to the bed, and she said, "I don't know if you're religious or not, but this is from faith." And then she just turned around and walked out. I never saw her again. And just stuff like that kept me strong enough to keep going, because I'll be honest, there were times I just wanted to die. And I asked this one nurse, I said, "I want comfort care." She said, "Do you know what that is?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's when they keep you comfortable till you die." She said, "Yeah, you're right on that." But she said, "Your mind's in the right place, but your body is still fighting." And she said, "We can't do that." She said, "Your body and your mind have to be in the same place to get that." And actually, I was disappointed that day, because it was so hard every day to just keep going. But I knew God got me through the fire, and I'm on the other side now, and I'm so thankful for that. Therapy, I had almost a month of therapy. And I'll tell you, I thought of Alicia Vaughn, because I hated going to therapy. It was hard, very hard. They worked you hard, but I knew if I didn't work at it, I'd never walk again. And my strength is just slowly coming back. In the very beginning, I couldn't cut my fingernails, because I couldn't push down the little thing hard enough to cut them. I couldn't lift my feet off the bed. I was so weak. I was on my back for 8 months, not moving or anything. And I didn't realize how that takes it out of you. You know, they say if you don't use it, you lose it, and that is so true. During therapy, I had a bad day, and I was very discouraged. Therapy always set my mood, because if I did well in therapy, it encouraged me, but when I didn't do well, I would be real discouraged. And we had different nurses all the time. I hardly ever had the same nurse at night to give me my meds. And that night, this nurse came in, and she says, "How you doing, Peggy?" And I said, "Oh, okay." And she said, "That doesn't sound very, I can't think of the word I want, but she knew I was down." And she spent the next 30 or 40 minutes with me. And she was a Christian, and all she talked about was God, and how He was going to be with me through this, that He was my creator, and I needed to go to Him for everything and talk to Him every day. And she just went on, and when she walked out, she was my encourager, because it just lifted me up. And from that day on, I gave it my all in therapy, so I'd get strong and I'd be able to come home. God knows what you need before you even ask for it. I needed that woman, and here she walks in, and she's a Christian, and all she talked about was God. And it made all the difference in the world to me. During therapy, like I said, it was very hard. They wanted to work you till you were just completely wore out, because then they knew they did their job. You tell Alicia that. But anyway, about a week before we got to come home, it was on a Sunday, and a guy was coming through the hallways. And he stopped at our door and he said, would you folks like me to sing a couple songs for you? He was a preacher. He had a guitar. And he said this was his ministry. And we said, sure, come in, you can sing to us. Is Mary Lou here?
Yeah, yes.
Mary Lou, guess what the first song was that he sang to me?
Our God reigns.
Our God reigns.
I'll fly away. I thought of you. Yeah, he sang I'll fly away. I don't remember the second song.
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace. But what a ministry, I mean, I just couldn't believe that was the first song he sang, because that's one of my favorites, Like I say, God was with me through all this. I don't ever want to go through it again, but they say that whatever I had, Tom could tell you, 1% of people live to talk about it. So God answered our prayers. I've got the most wonderful church family. I've missed you guys so much. I just couldn't wait to get back. And I just want to end this by saying, we are family. I thought all my sisters